Now, many of you see what happened here. See a whole bunch of paint everywhere. That wasn't my doing. I'm not upset, but this is what happens when a child sees an adult do something. What do I mean by that? I'll explain. I went to the store, right? I had to set up. I did this yesterday. I had it set up to paint today, but before I did, I wanted to go to the store, right? Give me a snack or something like that, you know. So I went to the store. Oh, it's gonna be a painting of Biggie Smalls, Notorious B.I.G. Went to the store, got my snack and all, you know. I come back, right? When I come back, I didn't even notice this actually. What I noticed was my blue paint was all over my palette, right? All on the palette, all over the place, right? I knew who did it, right? I already knew who did it, so I went straight to Jalen. You know, Jalen's 2 years old. You know, she's a child, so I ain't gonna trip on. I wasn't even mad that she did it. I was more upset about she went into the room without asking, right? So she comes and I call and I said, Jalen, why were you in the room? She ain't say that and stuff. I ain't say nothing about the paint. The paint didn't bother me because as a child, you know, you expect, you know, for a child, you know, to see what the adults are doing and want to do it too. So plenty of times she seen me paint, and I'm pretty sure she said, "Ooh, well, you know, I see Pop paint all the time. Every time I see Pop, he's painting, so I want to paint too, like Pop." I wasn't tripping on that. So she takes it upon herself to take the blue paint, this blue paint, right, and put it all over the canvas with the paintbrush. Same paintbrush I'm using right now. She took the same paintbrush and decided to paint all over, like she see me do. I wasn't bugging on that. I'm still not mad about that. I'm actually happy. I'm very happy she did that. Happy for a couple of reasons. One, she didn't get none on the carpet. When she poured all that blue paint out, she poured it on the palette. She did not get one drop of the blue paint on the carpet. I was happy and surprised about that. Two, it goes to show how, you know, if there's children around you, children are always aware of what is going on in their surroundings. They may not be able to properly formulate sentences to convey that feeling, but best believe whatever you do and whatever you say, if there's a child around, that child is aware. Don't ever for 1 second think that because they can't say to you coherently how they feel or what they see or what they're experiencing, do not believe for 1 second that they do not see what's going on. And if you give them the chance, if you give a child a chance to, they will express through actions what they see adults do. So all the time when I'm painting, she always comes in the room, you know, Pa, I want to talk. She goes, I want to talk. Which pretty much means, how many times I gotta tell you the same shit? Sit your ass right there. You burn yourself. She just learned another lesson. She see adults cooking in the kitchen. She see adults in the kitchen cooking. She wants to cook too. You know, children want to do what they see adults do. All right. But back to this. She see me, you know, painting all the time, and she wants to sit around and just be in the area of, you know, me painting, which is fine. So when I come back, like I said, I come back, I see I see paint all over the canvas. Right now, you see, which is fine because I can paint over this. I can see I'm painting over it now. All this blue, I can paint over it. No problem at all. I ain't tripping. Right now, she probably thought that I was gonna be upset because of what she did. No, I wasn't upset at what she did. I did the same thing when I was a kid. I was 2 years old when I was a child. I wrote on the walls. I drew on the walls. I put markers and stuff all over the walls. Trust me. I put my mother to do the same thing, right? But instead of my mother scaring me out of it or beating that impulse out of me, by making the thing that's a bad thing, she decided to say, okay, instead of him drawing on or coloring on the wall, right? How about we give him paper and pencil? And it was one thing I remember. I remember getting from when I was a kid. When I was, I'd probably say about maybe like 4 or 5 years old, right? About 4 or 5 years old, right? I remember for Christmas getting. I know kids probably, the adults of my age probably remember this. It was like a chalkboard. Things like a chalkboard, and it had chalk, and it had flashcards and all that stuff, learning stuff, mainly learning stuff that most parents get their kids when they know their child, what they want to encourage. They want to encourage their child's brain development, which is as you should do. So I remember getting the chalkboard, right, and I would draw all over the chalkboard, right, which and I enjoyed it. I remember this. I remember this vividly. I enjoyed it so much. It kept me away from drawing on the walls, which is precisely what my mother wanted me, to do, which is stop, drawing on the walls. She didn't. She didn't. She didn't stifle my artistic impulse. She saw it. She saw that impulse in me, and she decided to say, "Okay, let me focus it. Let me redirect it and focus it onto this, as opposed to just screaming at me and saying, Chris, stop, no, don't, no, she didn't do that. She said, okay, let me focus this. Let me put this impulse, this talent over here where it can be more constructive and I don't have to worry about cleaning up stuff, which is what she did. And as you can see, 30 years later, ta-da, right? That's what we need to do as adults, as whether it be adults just without children or um, adults with children, parents. When you see your child showing an interest in something, and usually they don't tell you, they want to tell you, they'll show it, like they'll do it. Like if a child likes to draw, most likely they are around somebody who also draws, and they find it cute, they find it cool, and they want to be a part of it. So they may do the same thing. Like they may draw on the wall, they may write on the walls. They may color in every single thing. Like if you give them a book, if they can find a regular book with paper, they'll find a book with paper, and they'll just draw in the book. Whether or not it got anything to do with coloring or drawing, they'll draw in the book. That is a child manifesting an interest in something that is constructive, and with the proper guidance and the proper education, can get them paid. Let's just be real. Now, a lot of times, parents see art as, I won't say parents, I'll just say adults, but mainly parents. Parents see art as something that's fun and cute and, oh, that's nice, but you really can't do nothing with it. When the opposite is true. If you think about every building you've ever gone into, or every hospital you've ever been, every business bid, every bank you've ever been into, every business, every hotel you ever been into, the one thing you see consistent in all of those buildings that you don't even realize because you never really pay attention to it, but the one thing you see that's consistent in all buildings have one thing, and that is art. All buildings have art in them. All of them. I don't care if it's a hotel, a motel, a Holiday Inn. They have art in it. Which means someone took the time and they had the skills to make that art. You go to Walmart. Let's say you go to Walmart. Right? You go to Walmart, right? And when you go to Walmart, there's a whole section where you see photographs of paintings, right? And it's usually by the not the home X section, but the home decorating section of like Walmart. Usually it's like a section of photographs of paintings of like a clock or some kind of scene from a restaurant, right? Well, that photo was once a painting that someone painted. That sold that painting. Who made prints of that painting? Sold it and sold it off to Walmart for them to sell. And the artist, I would assume that the artist would get kind of like a royalties from it for producing that art, and they'll get they get paid for it, and they may get royalties from it. Right? Who knows? The point is, for years, art is always considered, like a second class citizen in the educational system. That's why whenever you're in school, usually the first programs that are the programs that are the first to go is always the arts, the music and arts program is always like the first one to go, right? It's always the first to go, and there are many reasons why I think they do that. One reason I think people do that is because the ROI, the return on investment for a painter, is so far that people don't see it as valuable because you can't make money from it now. Whereas opposed to an athlete, the athletic department will never be eliminated from the school. Never, never, never. Why? Because the sports has a quicker turnaround rate in terms of investment. Meaning, someone who's in high school, right? Like a LeBron James, right? Let's just say LeBron James. LeBron James went from high school to the NBA, became very, very popular, very, very famous, right? And because of that, his school, St. Vincent and St. Mary, is now famous for producing LeBron James. You see that? But here's the thing. Where is the school that produced Andy Warhol? Right? Now there was a time where the artist was king, so to speak. But that was a long time ago. During the Renaissance period, you had your Da Vinci's, and the art school or the guild would be seen as that place because it produced people like Michelangelo, Leonardo, things like that. It produced these people that changed the world in many ways. Today, not so much. And because people can't see the turnaround on the investment of an artist, they say, okay, well, this particular part of our curriculum can be excluded to save money, right? To save money. We don't really need art classes because no one is doing art. Art isn't as popular as football. Like I say, you will never see a football program go away. Even if the school sucks, you will never see a football program or basketball program go away. You won't. Because now you have branding, because schools brand too. It's not just the athletes that brand. It's the schools that market and brand off of the athletes. Hence the whole thing about athletes, like college athletes, not getting paid. But the school still rakes in millions from the athlete's skills. That don't really happen when it comes to art. You know, and really ain't nobody. Well, I mean, you have Duke Ellington, you have Corcoran, you have the Washington Institutes and stuff like that. But in terms of overall, not really. Thank you, appreciate that. So if you were listening, I'm actually doing like talking about the return on investment for artists. So, but as artists, we shape, we pretty much we give culture a form, whether it be music wise or whether it be art, whether it be painting. The artists give culture form and shape. We make culture visible. We do it with fashion. It could be with hip hop, whatever. It could just like to be with painting. But without art, the world wouldn't know what a culture looks like. No one knew what the Moors looked like in Spain before you saw painting. Well, I mean, until nowadays, we talked about Columbus and all that stuff, but we only know what he looks like because of paintings. Whether it's not it's actually him, we know because that's what he looked like. We say, okay, this is this is what Columbus looks like. This is what Jesus looks like. Even though the way he's depicted isn't how he's described in the text, the Bible. However, when you think of because of art, you now have a visual of a person whom you've never met. Because of art, you now have evidence of a culture. So back to what I was talking about originally. So when my little one, bless her heart, when she saw this and she wanted to paint all over it, she's only doing what she's seen me do. Because all the time she's seen me painting, she's seen me draw. So she decides to say, okay, well, I want to do what Pa does. She sees me painting. She sees me drawing. She comes in, I want to talk, and she wants to see what I'm doing. She's learning. Whether or not she knows it, she's actually learning. She's learning. Her brain is developing ideas and abstract thoughts just based off of her seeing me, her sitting down, watching me create, right? So she decides to try. She wants to say, I want to do what Pa does. I see him paint, I want to paint. So that's what she did. I wasn't even mad about it. The only thing I was mad about was the fact that she lied about doing it. Cause I knew it was her. And she lied about doing it, and she went into the room without asking. She didn't get permission, you know, to come in. That's what I was mad about. I was not mad about her her on the canvas. Like I said, I could paint over. See, I could paint over this. This is nothing. I could paint over this blue. I could easy. This is nothing to me. Actually, oddly enough, part of she used blue paint, right? But here's the thing. Part of the painting that I'm doing, the majority of it is blue. So Apparently, she got something. She got something. She's like, hey, Pa does it, I'm gonna do it. She did something. I think it's great. Like this is. I gave her a high five. I was proud of her when she did it. I was proud of her. So when you see your child, more so when you see your child or you see someone that you're taking care of, and they're showing talent in some way, do not scare them out of it. Do not. That's the worst thing you can do is to scare the curiosity out of a child. That's scaring the curiosity out of a child. You might as well tell them they're a failure. Scaring the curiosity out of a child is the equivalent to telling your child that they're not going to be anything in life, that they're going to be failures in life. That's what it's like. It's the worst thing you can do is scare the curiosity out of a child. Don't ever scare the curiosity, the creativity out of a child. Don't ever do that because that child that you scare could grow up to literally change the world, and you can be the benefactor of saying you are the parent that produced this genius. You know what I mean? Kids there are in this world who she put a whole lot in this thing. You know what I mean? Kids there are that could have cured cancer years ago. That could have cured all the diseases years ago. But when they showed the interest in it, they were teased. They were bullied out of it. Not just by their classmates, but by parents, by their parents, by relatives. They were bullied out of it. They were saying, "Oh, boy or girl, please, you don't even." Now, man, what you talking about? You ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna do that. Here. What you do here? Here, dance for me, twerk for me, twerk at 2 years old. But that child wanted to be a doctor, but in your ignorance, you pretty much bullied that child out of their dream at a young age. And now the cure for cancer, the potential cure for cancer has now been stifled because you wanted to be stupid. You wanted to be a horrible. That's bad parenting. Bad parenting is stifling the creativity out of a child. Like, like this. I don't care how many books you read. I don't care how many facts you know. I don't care if you can win Jeopardy 27 times in a row. It's not the book smart people that are changing the world. It's not the book smart that are changing the world. The creative people are changing the world. People who can put something into the world that was at one point not there. They are the ones changing the world. The Bill Gates, the Warren Buffett, the Steve Jobs, all these billionaires that people talk about, the Elon Musk, all these billionaires. Most of them, if not all of them, Oprah Winfrey, these creative people don't got no degrees, but they got creativity. They have creativity. Creativity is what changed the world, not your degrees. Because here's some people don't realize. Bill Gates dropped out of school, yet he has people who have masters and PhDs working for him. Think about that. The richest people in the world, Jay-Z, dropped out of school, was a drug dealer, but has people with master degrees working for him. So what does that tell you? It's not about the book smarts. Yes, that is nice. Having book smarts is nice. It's not about book smarts. It's about being creative. It's the creative people that change the world, not people with book smarts. Everybody who's won at Jeopardy. What are they doing now? You know what I mean? You know how many Jeopardy winners there are? But not one of them has put something into the world that has changed the world. You realize that? So if you want to change the world, you need to be creative. You need to be original. That's what I say. Be original or be forgotten. That's how that goes. Be original or be forgotten. Let's see what else I need to put on here. Did I done put on here? This actually came out fly. I ain't gonna front. Hold on. Put some more blue in here. There you go. Get some of that blue in there. You know, so if you see your child, producing something that's creative, the worst thing you can do is bully that child out of their creative impulse. If they have a creative impulse, let them have it. What you need to do is be smart enough to recognize that talent and harness it. That's what you need to do as a parent. Don't tell no child, "Oh, you not gonna do this." Man, shut up. If you That is the definition of bad parenting. You see your child developing a talent for something, and now I understand you may not have the money to to maybe help and assist that. That's fine. That happens. But what you don't want to do is grow insecure and tell your child that he or she, like, the worst you can do is tease a child for expressing their gifts. That's the worst thing you can do is tease a child for expressing their gifts. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You don't ever want to tease a child for expressing their gifts. That's like that's worse than telling a child they're stupid. That's worse. Like, what you want to do is recognize, or somebody, whether it be like a teacher at school or something like that, someone recognizes that your child is showing a particular, they're showing interest in something that can be productive. Because it's easy to get into things that are destructive. It's easy to get into that. What you want to do is find something that's okay. Your child or my child is showing an interest in something that is constructive, whether or not you understand it. See, that's another thing. A lot of parents discourage their children from their talents because they, as the parent, don't understand what that child is expressing. Because the parent can understand it, they figure, if I can't understand it, then we're not going to do it because I just don't get it. I don't understand it. What is this? This is foreign to me. This is stupid. That's the first sign of insecurity from a new idea is saying that's stupid. When a person says that's stupid from an idea or from a event happening, 9 times out of 10 they don't understand what is going on. And instead of saying I don't understand that, let me go find out, let me go understand that, let me go see about it. They would rather say I don't understand it, that's stupid, and then right after that try to convince you that it's also stupid. Instead of saying, I don't understand it, but the fact I'm willing to understand it, or I don't understand it. However, I'm not going to stop you from doing it, because what you're doing isn't destructive. You're not doing anything dangerous. You're not doing anything, mean, or just negative. No, you're not putting anything negative out there. What you're doing is actually positive. Even if I don't know how to draw, if I don't know how to sing or play an instrument, what you're doing is still positive. So I'm not going to make you think that what you're doing is bad. In fact, either I'm gonna try to put you in a program that can help you develop it, or hopefully a teacher or a mentor will will understand the same thing that you see as a parent and say, okay, look, I don't know anything about this. However, you know, could you help my son or my daughter develop this gift? And then maybe down the line I will understand it. Or if I never understand it, that's fine. Even if I never understand it, I'm not going to stop you from trying to achieve it because I don't understand it. The worst thing you can do as a parent is tell a child, because I don't understand it, that's stupid. No. That's the same thing. That's the same thing somebody saying this movie is stupid, even though they never seen it. Oh man, this movie gonna be dumb. How you know? I don't. It just look like it. That right there, that just tells you right there. Oh, this person right here is they're showing you insecurity. They're showing you insecurity. It's stupid. The term "it's stupid" is one of the surefire ways to identify an insecurity. It's one of the surefire ways because "it's stupid" does not require the person saying it to explain themselves as to why they believe something is stupid. Like somebody say "it's stupid" and then that's it. No explanation, no reason behind their sentence. They just say "it's stupid" and then that's it. And when you ask them, well, it's stupid, what do you mean it's stupid? They don't come up with a logical answer. They say, I don't know, it's just something about it. Well, what is that something about it? I don't know, you haven't seen it yet. You may say, I never seen it, I never heard of this person before, I don't know anything about it. And they believe that is the reason to call something stupid because they never heard about it. Because they don't understand it. That is the surefire definition of insecurity. Surefire. Anytime somebody say, I don't like something, I don't know, just because I don't like it, you could bet your bottom dollar insecurity. Because it could be they feel ashamed in not knowing something. Because usually they're like I say, this is what it could be with parents with their children. It could be like with music. It could be like saying, okay, like this new music I don't like. Well, why don't you like it? I don't know. Just ain't something about it. Well, what about it don't you like? Is it the lyrics? Is it the production? All that. Like there's music nowadays I don't like, and I can explain why I don't like it. There's music back then that I grew up on that I don't like, and I can explain why I don't like it. And that's not to say that somebody else, because I don't like it, I mean somebody else can't like it. No, that just means that for me, for what I like to hear, it just ain't my cup of tea, and I'm fine with that. But I'm not going to dissuade somebody from liking it. You're going to say, okay, you like it, that's cool. You can listen to it all you want to. I can't stop you from listening to something. You like it, you like it. You don't, okay. It's just easy. Like it's just that easy, But that happens a lot when it comes to talented people. Whenever they're doing something that adult doesn't understand, because that adult has authority and power over the child pretty much does what the adult says. So if the adult says that's stupid, don't do it again because it's stupid. The child, as being taught by other adults and that particular adult to obey your adults and do what the adult says, the authority figures, the child's going to do it. even if what the child's being told is doesn't make any sense, but the child doesn't may not know, understand why mommy or daddy is telling me, or why uncle or auntie or why cousin or whatever, or grandma, grandpa is telling me that this is stupid. They're just saying it's stupid, but they're not giving me a reason why. But yet, I as a child have to explain everything I do. But mommy and daddy never have to explain themselves when they tell me that this is stupid, but I'm not hurting anybody. Happens a lot. It happens a lot. So when you're doing that, like, just this is gonna come out real good. This is gonna come out real good. I can already feel this is gonna come out nice. Anyway, I'm gonna stop right here, let this dry, and then probably later on today or maybe tomorrow, I'm gonna start it back up. All right. Welcome to Bet for Style, son, the livest one. Represent BK to the fullest. I'm not from Brooklyn. I'm from DC. Although in DC there's a place called Brookland. You know, Brookland, Brookland, not Brooklyn. But I'm a fan of Biggie Small, so I figure why not? I've already done a Jay-Z drawing. I should do a Jay-Z painting too one day. Maybe one day soon. Yeah. I'm gonna pause right there. Stop it right there. Get y'all close to it. Omit all the paint you see and just, all right. Hope you enjoy that. Not done yet, but you will enjoy it. All right. Peace.